Welcome everyone to the AFD's 2021 Franchisee Total Quality Franchising Awards. This is the first time we've ever done this event in a virtual format, but we started doing our award ceremonies back in 1996 and had a lot of fun doing it. We've tried to be entertaining. This year, I have no idea if there's even anybody in the audience with me right now. Go ahead to the next slide, Jim. We had music all keyed in, but it doesn't seem to be working for us. We've got one little piece that I've tried to do a chuck and jive so we can be at least a little entertaining. The Total Quality Franchising Awards is the AFD's goal to be the #1 award in franchising. You can see I dressed for the occasion. My wife felt that it was very important that I share with all of you because she just thinks that I look so good in my formal attire. So you can see that the top of me is dressed for our occasion, but the rest of me is all set up for Palm Desert. I hope you could see that because I couldn't. So you can just imagine that part of me is ready to go play golf and part of me is ready to hopefully entertain and inspire all of us to do great things for us. We always kick off our program with a great tribute to our generous sponsors. We literally could not accomplish any of this without all of you, those of you that have come forward and helped us to finance the program. Usually we have a grand production number that's done by members of our team and our membership. This year we couldn't get the thing to work quite right, so let's see what I've got here.
But our sincere and humble attitude is one of lasting gratitude of what your giving's done for us today. And therefore I would simply like to say, thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done before. It may sound double Dutch, but mighty Dutch is such. I feel as if a losing war's been won before. And if I had a flag, I'd let me flag out to have a sort of revolutionary touch. But since I let me flag it up, I simply have to say
thank you very, very, very much. Well, I had expected that to go full screen and it didn't. So we're really, we're starting off 0 for 1 and hopefully we will get a base set someplace during the course of this game. We'll definitely be able to do that as we acknowledge each sponsor. And I need to start with our lead sponsors, Ring Central and Access Retirement Solutions, our two newest branded partners. Ring Central is proudly offering Ring Central for AFD members. If you guys are familiar with Ring Central, you guys get to be in the club with a significant member discount, and I urge all of our members to take advantage of it. At the same time, Access Retirement Plan has put the AFD really at the top of the chart, being the first national association to be able to offer a pooled employer retirement plan solution. And hopefully some of you had a chance to talk to them because it really brings retirement savings into the realm of most of our members' capabilities. Going to the next slide. We have what we call event sponsors, and the folks that normally treat us to ice cream every year. One of the AFD signature events that I hope you'll enjoy next year is the AFD's Dady and Gardner Ice Cream Social. It's literally the only event that comes with the partner's name. And Dady and Gardner have been with us since the beginning and have been great sponsors for us and members and partners. And this year they have sponsored our lead speaker, Senator Cortez Masto. Our next event and also heavy hitter for the AFD in every way you can imagine is the Zarko law firm, Zarko, Einhorn, Salkowski, and Brito. They are not only the sponsor for Commissioner Chopra, and what exciting remarks the commissioner made earlier today, and more about that a little bit later. but they're also sponsored today's Federal Trade Commission session, which somehow Bob Lazarco got a few words in with respect to. So I don't know how he managed to do that, but thank you, Bob, for being very helpful in that. Go to the next slide, please. Cannot leave out our legal line. I feel like we did not turn out the types of numbers that we'd like to have on our for our roundtable. Our roundtable is really a signature event. Legal line guys step up. They both support us and they lead the discussions. We learned that when we're all in one place, we can lock the doors and keep everybody in the rooms. And the roundtables are very robust. This year, we've learned that virtually we have no leashes on you guys, and so we didn't have quite the turnout for the roundtable. By the way, we had over 220 attendees this year, which is nearly a record for an AFD event. So overall, I'm very, very pleased. Go to the next slide, please. I'm sorry, go back one slide. I messed up. Not the last time, folks. If you can go back one slide. Anyway, the Zarco firm, Dating Gardner, were sponsors of the roundtables. Ligarius, Napel, and Ryan Dillon, thank you for being our program sponsor. More about that in a minute. John Fortman and Fortman Law, Howard and Howard came in and also sponsored Nevada franchisees to be able to come to our conference. Garner, Ginsburg, and Johnson been with us for very many years, and we very much appreciate your support. And the Richard Rosen law firm, Dick has been with us since the very beginning. He was literally one of the first members of the AFD, and our appreciation for your efforts, Dick, are just absolutely superb. Next slide now. Tonight's festivities are brought to you by the AFD Health Benefit Suite, primarily lifestyle health plans and Convenient Care Plus, being the two partners that really come in and roll up their sleeves and work with us. I will tell you, the AFD has worked tirelessly to bring quality health plans to our members. When we added Convenient Care Plus, now the question, our members have always told us that their number one goal is healthcare, but when they look at the price of healthcare, sometimes it's outside of their budgets. Convenient Care Plus gives us an incredible health member benefit or employee benefit for a very affordable cost. And I really urge all of our folks that have wanted to provide a health benefit to your members to look at that particular program. Next slide. We haven't heard her yet, but tomorrow we were going to be treated to the remarks of Congresswoman Chakowski. She is about to introduce or to tell you about some exciting new legislation that she's got ready to go. I don't want to steal her thunder, but thank you, PayHub Payment Systems, for sponsoring Congressman Chakowski and also tomorrow's legislative session. Our Market Power Trade Show, which we had on Monday. And Matthew, thank you very much for all of the work that you did, but that's being sponsored by our suppliers network as a whole. And I do hope that our members will realize that when you go to the AFD website, there are two ways to access our suppliers. Right on the homepage, you'll see a thing that says member buying power. That's your key to find out what we've got. And then when you log into our members only area, that's your key to actually take advantage of special member discounts. We didn't do well on brakes, but the company that brought us our brakes has been ever present. Has been out there blasting text marketing to you. The folks at Texcellent are just fabulous. They're also going to be sponsoring tomorrow's open mic session that I hope many of you will come to. This is your chance to talk to us, tell us what you want us to be focused on, give us your feedback, and really, I don't want to call it karaoke. We won't be having any song, but it's your chance to speak back to us. And so I hope you will all participate in that effort as well. And we have a group of people that we call general sponsors that are not sponsoring a specific event. But we want to thank you all, Benefit Hub. And I need to tell you a little bit about Benefit Hub. We've already talked a little about Convenient Care, and then Inventiva Design Claudia Bolognese, who is also nominated as a supporting member of the year as the AFD's webmaster. She is all things graphics. This PowerPoint is her creative work, and she's available to our members with some very handsome discounts on all of your graphic needs. Seek Meeting Management, normally they sponsor our lanyards. This year they're just kind of there everywhere. This virtual stuff is new to them, but they've been our meeting planners now for going on 5 years, and very appreciative. More about that in a moment too. Our newest two sponsors that stepped forward are Atmosphere TV. I only myself became aware of them, but boy, their program really looks to be of great interest, and I look forward to learning more about it myself in the next few days. And the same thing with BPAC. Although BPAC, I've been a customer of one of their products for many years in my law practice. They have a Power PDF software that I use in my law practice, and I urge any attorney to. If you're using Adobe, you're missing half of the fun for twice the price. But BPAC's business is really controlling your documents, controlling your systems, making your life easier in a virtual world. And if you've not talked to Larry Cohn, I hope you will all do so. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Guys, we absolutely couldn't do it with you. And if I could figure out how to play my little jingle again, I would do so. But I want to thank all of the sponsors for just being terrific about helping the AFD, and more importantly, about the wonderful programs that you've brought to our members that make membership in the AFD far more affordable and valuable. Next, we are on to, oops, that was supposed to go away. You want to try it, Jim? Can't hear it. All right, let's just skip it. What you just saw right there is the reason I played the little thing off my phone, because in rehearsal we couldn't hear it either. And I found another event that to do it. So now we're back to our friends at Sync, and on your left is Sam Thompson, and on your right is Matt Diamond. These guys are really aces. They, especially in the physical environment, we don't have to worry about anything. Everything is where it's supposed to be and when it's supposed to be. They have been learning on the fly, as has Amy, and our team has just done a terrific job. Guys, thank you so much. And we're very pleased and privileged to have you guys as our event planners. And now on to our program chairs. So what I can mainly say about these guys is they're terrific gluttons for punishment. Brian and Stephen were our program chairs in 2019. And I said, hey, you guys want to re-up for 2020? Little did they know that they were making a 2-year commitment. And boy, are we pleased to have you. But so guys, I feel like we need to make a tribute. Most of the stuff that we wanted to do is because we can't be there in person. But I want you to know that at great expense, the AFD is going to be giving you each your very own logoed AFD shirt. We have multiple styles. I have been modeling them for you during the course of the event. I have the dress blue that I wore on Wednesday, and then today I was wearing the denim shirt. But we have golf shirts. We have all kinds of things, and if you will share your sizes with us, we're going to gift you that. And then Amy has something for you too, which she is another little surprise. But we want to thank you both, and I think you guys have some things you want to tell us.
Sure, Bob. Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure really to be able to help and serve on that as co-chairs here. And we do want to also go on and thank some of the distinguished other presenters, because without them, this really isn't possible. And, it really comes together as a big team effort here. And, so we want to give out some special thanks to, especially like Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, Rohit Chopra, Lena Khan. We want to thank her anyway. She couldn't make it because she was upgraded to chairman and it got too busy, as Keith Miller had talked about in his presentation. But we definitely want to thank her as well. And Keith Miller too, of course. And then tomorrow we're going to have Congressman Jan Schakowsky give a presentation as well, and really want to give her thanks for that.
Hold on, guys. Jim, you've got to go to the next slide.
There we go.
And take me off screen.
That's almost it.
Close enough.
There we go. Can we get the next slide up?
Is Rich on the line? Doesn't sound like it.
There we go. And I don't know, maybe I probably shouldn't read through the entire list, but here's a list of all of our distinguished presenters. And really what we wanted to say was just, without all of you and coming and helping do these presentations, this whole thing isn't really possible. And everybody did such a great job, and really proud of the work everybody put into this.
Absolutely. I want to, reinforce Brian's comments here. Everyone here really participated very well, really added content to the conference, and I want to thank all of them for presenting and contributing to the conference.
And Bob, I think we're back to you.
So Stephen, you can't go away.
Okay, I'm still here.
Because our next recognition is to the two leaders of our Franchisee Leadership Council. I'm not positive that we have Rich Stroney with us. He was going to try to come in, but he's traveling. And next slide, please, Jim. Our run-throughs are not working. No, go back. I don't know what happened. Our slide's out of order.
There it is. Hang on.
There you go. Yeah, we had the speaker slide was out of order, unfortunately. But so Stephen, why don't you say a few words about the Leadership Council?
Yeah, Leadership Council I thought went very well. We're looking for the franchisees to step up, just like all of the other participants in the conference. We had Senator Cortez Masto. We have Congresswoman Schakowsky stepping up. So in the the FTC, we have Rohit Chopra stepping up. So we're just asking all the franchisees to step up as well, get involved, and help franchising grow to the next level. Thanks
again, guys.
Sure,
Thanks
no problem.
For all of you do. And the Leadership Council, I need to say that our Leadership Council this is our Leadership Summit. This is where we come together once a year and we try to move the agenda forward. But the Leadership Council is the legislative body of the AFD. It's the group that says, that we hope will say, this is what we want to attack, this is the way we want to attack it, and it's our job to help find the resources to make it work. Mm-hmm. But again, thank you both and thank you all.
Oh, thank you.
So now we go to the meat of our program, which is our, we've already done that, so we'll go through one more. The Total Quality Franchising Award. I think you have a little music to play, Jim. I guess we don't have any music to play. So, a little pomp and circumstance. This is really the signature event of the AFD. Jim, you can take poor Stephen off of the thing so he can go have dinner or whatever and hopefully enjoy himself. But this is what we're here for, to recognize great achievement in franchising. And Total Quality Franchising is actually a registered trademark of the AFD. It stands for collaborative franchise cultures that are built to respect the legitimate needs of both franchisors and franchisees. our goal is to find franchising companies that are out there, that are respecting the needs of their franchisees, that care about their franchisees, that are working in a collaborative focus, and that franchising is working the way we all intend it to be. So what we're going to be doing over the next part, now our awards are in 2 categories, and they're sort of mixed together because we want to mix our awards in, but we have what we call community awards, where we recognize achievement within the franchising community. And then we have what I call internal awards, or AFD, where we recognize our member of the year and our chapters, our rookie chapters, and various people. So as we bring into this, and our very first award of the night is going to a whole bunch of people, and that's our Trailblazer Award, which recognizes the folks that are out there making phone calls and building their chapters and growing them. And the person who is their leader, their inspiration, mine as well, I have to say, is Amy Mancuso. And hopefully, Amy, you're in line because she's going to make this award presentation. At least we hope she is.
Okay, now here I am. Let me just come back on screen.
You can take me off one.
Yeah. It's a lot to do. All right. So the Trailblazer Award is given to individuals who've been named actually this person used to be called the Joni Lampo Award. And it's named for a member who has earned this for 5 consecutive years is where the name came from. So Joni Lampo had earned this award for 5 consecutive years working at the AFD. So Bob had named this award after her. And it is given to 1 or more individuals who have worked tirelessly to increase their membership within their franchisee chapter. The Trailblazer Award can be given to multiple individuals. And as you can imagine, for us, when we manage about 50 chapters, active chapters, there's a lot of people that we must recognize. So I'm glad to say that we are able to certainly give this award to more than one person. This award is decided upon the AFD Director of Membership Development, as well as our awards committee. So this particular year, we had more awards than I think we've given in the history, and we have 10 recipients to recognize this evening. Jim, if you would like to trade. So we have music, but we can't hear it. Rudy Baselman from Expense Reduction Analyst. Krista Adams, who is with Mathnasium Franchisee Association. Sue Ostie, she is with the Good Feet Franchisee Association. Colleen Matting is with SaladWorks. We also have Doug Smith, who is with Fast Fix Watch and Jewelry Repair. Next slide. Jason Hansen is with iTrip. Shane Miracle is with Cell Phone Repair. Craig Berlin is with our Basecamp Franchisee Association. Brent Belch is with Cell Phone Repair. And last but not least is Kyle Campbell, who is with Anytime Fitness. All of these people have done an extraordinary job in building up their membership and have almost single-handedly brought in record members in a record amount of time. So it was really important that we recognized all of them for their hard work and efforts. And on behalf of myself, and I'm sure their chapters, I speak for them, we appreciate your work and your commitment to franchising as a whole and to the progress and progression of your individual chapters. So congratulations, everybody. Your awards will be sent to you in the mail. So unfortunately, can't give them to you in person. So we will be shipping them off to you.
I don't know if I'm still live, but so I do need to tell you that if you could see them, and I don't know if you can make it any bigger, but all of these awards are your actual awards. They're already engraved. They're all set up. We have mock-ups of every one of the awards. The other awards, for some reason the images didn't make it in, but if we could blow them up, these are the actual awards. They're going to be direct shipped. Unfortunately, the Trailblazer Awards They're all set up, but they're back ordered, so they probably won't be going out till July. What a world we live in, thanks to COVID.
So one I do have a correction to make, and so I do apologize because the person is correct. I just had their chapter incorrect. So Jason Hansen is actually with Code Ninjas and not iTrip. So I did want to make that recognition to Jason for all of his hard work with Code Ninjas.
My God, Amy, it's the first error we've had since this event started. So all right, go into the next slide. So this is my most challenging and fun award. Every year we recognize an AFD team member of the year. There's a couple reasons we don't give a trophy with this award, because inevitably the team member that's going to get it would figure it out, would somehow sneak in and figure it out. And I like to keep it a total secret. We have an incredible team at the AFD. You guys do not know how lucky you are to have these folks working with you. And Jim, I hope we have music for this. If not, you're gonna all hear me sing "Nobody Does It Better," because nobody does. Go into the next slide, please, Jim, and try to play the music. No music. Nobody does it better. Zoe Chapin, Amy Mancuso, our executive director, Jen Foreman, chapter coordinator and sort of everything. Our newest chapter coordinator, Lori Huckel, Jim Glover, who is trying his best to make this program work, Keith Miller, our director of public affairs, Claudia Bolognese, who's both a sponsor and our webmaster, Matthew Diefenbach, who was our director of supplier development, Lucila Garcia, who's our newest chapter member, handles our PR, and next year we're even going to let her come to us in color, and Stephen Chapkin, who manages our health benefits suite of programs. Stephen's been with us for 25 years or more. I should tell you that I told you that there were two reasons that this award does not come with a trophy, because it comes, instead of a trophy, it comes with a $1,000 bonus. There are two people, because there are senior management, and our senior management, Amy Mancuso, is our executive director, and Keith Miller is is also a member of our executive team, and so they're not eligible for this award. However, and you guys all know that I'm an absolute stickler for rules. Or those of you that know me, I make the chapters follow their bylaws. I make you follow them. I do tell you that there are ways you can override your bylaws. But this year I have to tell you, I've broken all rules, and I just could not do it. Our great year would not have been what it was had it not been for Amy and Keith. So trying not to break up here. So for the first time ever, I'm breaking our rule of ineligible, and this award is shared with Amy Mancuso, our executive director, and Keith Miller. I'm sorry, guys. I usually control better, but I cannot tell you how valuable you guys have been to this organization. Keith, you have put us on the map, and the work that Keith has done is just without you can't really even describe it. Amy has been our executive director, but she is pinch hit for everybody. If you knew what she did to try to get us to go from live to virtual, it's really extraordinary. Now, in breaking the rule, I'm also the CEO of the company, so I filed a complaint against myself for breaking the rule to give this award, and it came down just today that my punishment is that the rest of my team is also going to get a $500 bonus. You guys are absolutely fabulous, and I can't say more. Somebody has to. I'm kerflumped. Somebody bring in Gene Wilder. So move on to the next slide, and hopefully I'll get my composure back. Amy and Keith, you want to say anything so I can go get a glass of water?
Sure, do you?
Shocked. I just posted on our internal chat. Usually only my sandwich making makes people cry. So it's been a fun, for me, it's been a fun ride. And obviously, Bob, you and the AFD have helped give a platform to do a lot of my work. So I appreciate it.
Well, and I do need to say that I've, for the last month, kind of saying, guys, you're well deserving, but you're just not qualified. You just don't qualify. You're exempt. So I hope my team will appreciate that and applaud that this recognition. You guys are the best, and I wish we had the music, because that's what the music would tell you as well. Nobody does it better.
And if you had me
I just like to
sing,
say, well,
if
I
you
just
had
have
me
a few
sing,
things.
that would make you cry too. So I'm sorry.
So I mean, thank you so very much, Bob, for that very generous recognition, and for breaking your rules, because I know you're a stickler to them for sometimes, but this is a good rule to break. This is not a job. I love what I do. I love franchising. I love our chapters. I love everything about getting up every day. And we all work tirelessly to give back. And we all do it because it's a labor of love. And you have set that example for all of us, and everything you have done in 30 years of building this organization and making a difference. And you hire really smart people and really great people. I don't know how you find us. We are all from different walks of life with different backgrounds, but we work. We are a great family, and it's an honor to work here and be part of this organization and being part of a movement that I'm really excited to be part of. So Keith, I'm thrilled to be working side with you and watching all the things that you do. And just the changes that we're making, and the people that have been here and the people that are in our studio waiting to come on are just a testament to all of your hard work. So thank you. And thank you, Bob.
And I know that there are 250 people out there standing right now giving you guys a warm embrace. By the way, I agree with your comments. I think I'm going to give myself $1,000. And my wife says that she wants it $1,000 as well. So she's going to get all the money anyway. All right. So on to the next slide. And God, I'm so sorry. In our first rehearsal, we could not get the music to work. So we went to a different studio, and it worked. I want to say it worked fine, but it worked. And then we went live with you guys. And of course, we are musicless. And those of you that have been to AFD conferences, you know that if anything, we like to entertain. But rather than entertain, we've got this year an incredible opportunity to recognize really great service that's coming from outside, and this year mainly from the government sector. Every year I get to choose with our awards committee people that have stood out, that have contributed to advancing the AFD's, the cause of great franchising, the cause of fair franchising, but not just fair franchising, great franchising, which is what we mean for total quality franchising to be. And this year we have 3 more than distinguished recipients of our Chairman's Award. Some of you know of, and Keith, bring Keith back in, because Keith is going to give these awards with me. The first company we're recognizing, our first organization we're recognizing, is the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. You better make us small, and so we can see the slide. There you go. Some of you guys know about the Burger M case, and Keith, why don't you tell them more about it?
Sure. When we talk about registration states, I mean, let's face it, California is the gold standard. This year, besides our normal great work, we want to recognize their work on the Burger M case. The detail of their report is amazing, and their ruling and actions against this bad actor in franchising is monumental. We want to thank the Department of Financial Protection and Investment in California by honoring with the Chairman's Award. I know we have a video that they have recorded, and I believe Teresa Leitz may also be in the backstage to
Cross
be
our
able to
fingers.
put on just to say 2 seconds. So
I think
go ahead and
Amy's
play
able
the
to-
video.
Amy?
Hello, my name is Chris Schultz, and I'm the Acting Commissioner at the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. For 50 years, the department has regulated the pre-sale disclosure so franchisees can make an informed investment decision. As the state financial regulator, we also prevent fraud and hold franchisors accountable. In February, we took action and ordered Burger Inn to pay nearly $4 million in fines and refund the franchise fees paid by more than 1,500 people after we found that the company violated numerous state franchising regulations. We value our partnership with the American Association of Franchisees and Dealers, and we're humbled by the Total Quality Franchising Chairman's Award. I'm pleased to introduce Teresa Leitz, Assistant Chief Counsel in our legal division. She deserves much of the credit for this work. Teresa, thank you for your incredible work.
Thank you, Chris. It is an honor to be accepting a Total Quality Franchising Chairman's Award on behalf of the department. AAFD, thank you for acknowledging the department's comprehensive investigative work and enforcement action against Burger Rim, a fast food burger restaurant who sold franchises nationwide from 2015 to 2019. Allow me to recognize 3 key players on this action. First, Jillian Small, Senior Counsel in the Legal Division, Danielle Stombos, Senior Counsel in the Enforcement Division, and Ken Wu, Senior Examiner in the Enforcement Division. Their determination and tireless dedication to investor protection expedited this action. And California is fortunate. Our commissioner has been given broad authority under our law to take enforcement action, dedicate resources, and offer remedies that are not available in other registration states, nor provided under federal law. Burger Rim sold a total of 1,550 franchises nationwide. 630 of those franchises were in California, all in less than 5 years, and collected $58 million in franchise fees. Experts have said this growth was too fast and not sustainable. At the time, Burger Rim was celebrated as a franchisor success story. Now it serves as a warning lesson. Buying a franchise is not risk-free, and the DFPI is here to help guide new investors and protect consumers from outright fraud. In the Burger Rim case, at least 287 franchisees canceled their franchise agreement, and Burger Rim paid at least $8 million in refunds. Others had trouble opening or staying open due to low sales, high food costs, and no franchisor help with advertising. Franchisees drained their retirement and savings accounts to buy a Burger Rim franchise, an investment decision they based on their inaccurate and misleading disclosures throughout the sales process, including unlawful financial performance representations. As Chris mentioned, the department's action included $4 million in administrative penalties against Burger Rim for 1,583 violations, and included ancillary relief of disgorgement and rescission for franchisees. For those who lost everything, I hope this action can bring some closure. Our work has brought necessary accountability to the industry where it was most needed. Make no mistake that our oversight will continue to help deliver on the promise of franchising, where countless Americans have been given the opportunity to own a small business and reach financial security. We remain committed to continuing our work with the FTC, other state franchise regulators, franchise industry associations, and lawmakers to maintain the integrity of this important industry. And again, we appreciate the recognition of our work and are grateful to the AFD. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Teresa. I'm not positive that Teresa may actually be in the audience today. I'm not sure. I do want to point out that the DFPI in a prior life, when they were called the now I can't remember what they were called. They were a Department of Corporation.
DBO.
Has been recognized by us once before, about 10 years ago. So that I think they're the second time. There's only a handful of times that we've given it to an agency. But this is the second time we've recognized them with the Chairman's Award. I'll move on. I have another little special announcement to make in just a minute, but the hits keep coming, guys, because the next organization that we're going to recognize with the Chairman's Award has been the offices, and it's to Senator Cortez Masto, but it's to her offices as well. Boy, Senator, we have found a champion in Senator Masto, and we're going to do our level best to be her champion as well. Keith, why don't you tell us why we're recognizing the senator?
Sure. As Bob said, Senator Cortez Masto has been our champion of franchise causes in Congress. From having myself testify at a hearing, which she pretty well shoehorned me in to get franchising into the subject, to reaching out to regulatory agencies like the SBA and the FTC. That huge report, awesome report that people really need to read, and we've talked about a lot over the last 2 days. And finally, putting action behind her words and sponsoring legislation that protects prospective and current franchisees. She is definitely our rock star when it comes to franchisee causes. And with today we have Carol Wayman. Carol Wayman is the staff. Carol gets tired of seeing me once in a while, probably. But Carol and I talk a lot. Carol is just an awesome supporter of our cause, and probably could be called stubborn a few times because she won't back off and won't stop. So it's our honor to give Senator Cortez Masto this award, and it's my honor to have Carol here to present it to.
Thank you, Keith, and thank you, Bob, very much. On behalf of Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, I just wanted to thank you for all the help. I can tell you, Bob, that when I first started getting into franchise research, I read your 1994 book, Franchise Fraud, from the Library of Congress. They found it and brought it up to me, which was very helpful. And then I was just so lucky to find Keith to give us so much feedback and insight. The senator started learning more about franchising by meeting with a roundtable of franchisees in Nevada. And then, as Keith said, we had an economic policy subcommittee on economic mobility. And we just sort of put Keith in for 19 minutes, which really gave us a whole opportunity to build knowledge and awareness of the franchise issue, which was wonderful. And then the senator introduced a bill around SBA and the SBA Franchise Loan Disclosure Act. And then just yesterday, the SBA Franchise Loan Default Disclosure Act. So 2 SBA loans with a couple of co-sponsors on those, and then the 87-page franchise report. So Keith, congratulations on your $1,000 award. I don't think that even pays for one of your plane tickets and hotels. But I know you're a valuable resource to the senator, and you're a wonderful advocate for franchisees. So on behalf of the senator, thank you for this honor.
Well, thank you again. I'm reminded of the adage, from little acorns do mighty oaks grow. And if my book was any part of the inspiration to get us here, that was the idea. so thank you very, very much. And last but certainly not least, again, I said the hits just keep coming. We have also found, for the first time in my memory, the Federal Trade Commission. Well, that's not completely fair to say, because Craig Tregellis has been a friend for all of the 40 years that he was there, but did not have the wherewithal or the ability to do what Commissioner Chopra has done, to actually hear us, listen to us, and sympathize, beyond empathy, but to sympathy. And so, Keith, please tell us why we've seen fit to recognize Commissioner Chopra.
Well, sure. And I think I can start out by simply saying, if you saw the session earlier today with the commissioner, I think it's apparent why we are honoring him. Simply, he has not only put the word franchise back into the FTC vocabulary, he has made it a focus of his. We appreciate him, all of his staff that has supported us. Thank you, Commissioner, and it is our honor to present you with the Chairman's Award.
So thank you, Bob. Thank you, Keith. I also just want to congratulate Amy and all the other winners, but also to Carol Wayman with Senator Cortez Masto, has worked behind the scenes to really put this on the map in Washington, working with all of you. Teresa in the DFPI to really show that states can flex their muscles. I just want all of you to remember that those of us who work in government must be held accountable by people like you. Too many people in government are always siding with those who already have lawyers and lobbyists. And I've just really, really enjoyed working with all of you, hearing from all of you as we have navigated a very, very tough time for independent business and small business in America. And, I've really seen how this is part of a larger story about business owners getting beaten up by the big guys. And I think we're just ready to turn the page on the era of indifference by the government, but it's going to take a lot more work and a lot more energy. So my true thanks to Bob and the team, and of course to Keith Miller for his boundless energy in making sure that every government official knows they are on the hook for making sure we fix some of this mess. So thank you again. I'm really honored to get this award. I'm so sorry we're not here in person, but I really look forward to continuing all this work with you. Thank you again, Keith.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you very much. And I will say that listening to the Commissioner's remarks today was the first time of the day that I became verklempt. So it wasn't the only one. And on that subject, because we're about to go on to the next award, I just wanted to share, I'm going to try to do this. My phone has been on steroids from my team. And these are all the texts they've been sending to each other, congratulating Keith and Amy, and one person congratulating the whole team for the recognition. So Amy and Keith, I can tell you that you have unanimous support for my rule breaking tonight. All right, moving along. As I said, the hits keep coming, and now we're going to switch back over to some internal awards that I hope some of our distinguished guests will appreciate. And I'm going to invite Amy back in. And Amy, I'm not quite sure who you're bringing in with you, but I think Jen and Lori possibly to help you recognize both our rookie chapter and our chapter of the year.
Yes, if there's room in the studio, we're struggling with that a little bit. So they're not in. That's okay. I don't want to delay, but yes. So Jen and Lori would normally be here with me. So this is our Rookie Chapter of the Year award. This award is given to a chapter that has created, this was created a few years ago, and this goes to the chapter that has really done the most amount of work and shown for growth and activity and forward momentum. Oh, I'm being messaged that Jen is here, and I would love for her to come on screen with us, as is Lori. It's really important that they are part of this because they work single-handedly with all of our groups. So I want to, let's see if I can bring Lori on. I think Lori might just be with us on.
In spirit?
In spirit, well, on maybe the phone. Yep, she is here, but she's not popping into the studio.
You can take me off, Jim.
Oh, I'm actually running both, so I'm multitasking here. All right, there's Lori. So for those who don't know, here's Lori in the corner, Lori Hickle. She has joined us. I guess it's been a year, which is crazy that it has been a year already. I've known Lori from New Jersey. We were personal friends when she lived here, and I roped her into coming here, and it was a great addition to our team. She fits right in like the puzzle. Like we're like a puzzle, and we all fit. And Jen Foreman has been with us, I think, 3 years now, And so the Rookie Chapter of the Year, they know these groups better than anybody. So it is really an honor to be working with these ladies and honoring our chapter. So Jim, if you want to go to the next slide, we had great music for all of this too, unfortunately. So our nominees are, this is the Basecamp Franchisee Chapter, the Burger M Franchisee Chapter, the Cell Phone Repair Independent Owners Association Chapter, the Independent Association of iTrip Franchisees, and the Independent Association of Mathnasium Franchisees, and the Tutoring Center Franchisee Chapter. And I don't even think the ladies know who the winner is, but the winner of this year's Rookie Chapter of the Year for 2021 goes to Cell Phone Repair. So congratulations, they have came to us from a former association management company and came to us and worked really hard to get themselves set up. And they are, they do great work. They are a poster child for how chapters can work collaboratively and give back to each other and make great strides in their association. So we're really thrilled to be working with them, and congratulations to all the members of Cell Phone Repair. And to Jen, this is actually one of her chapters that she personally manages. So great job. Thanks, Jen and Lori, for being on this with us.
I think they could probably stay on for the chapter of the year. Lori and Jen can stay on if you want.
Yeah, I don't think, I know Jen is still here, I believe. I'm going to bring you back, Jen. And I think we might have lost Lori. All right, we're going to. Okay, so our chapter of the year, this award recognizes the AFD chapter that has made the most progress in a previous year. Whoop, I'm bringing Lori back. Here we go. In determining the winner of this award, we look at various things such as membership growth, membership retention, overall activity, and chapter achievements. The chapter of the year award showcases that a well-functioning, committed chapter can achieve for its membership and overall association. The nominees for the 2021 Chapter of the Year award are the Independent Association of Code Ninjas Franchisees, the Griswold Home Care Franchisee Association, the Service Master Franchisee Owners Association, the Independent Association of Burger M Franchisees, and our Expense Reduction Analyst Franchisee Owners Association, and Cell Phone Repair Owners Association. And the winner of the 2021 Chapter of the Year goes to, drumroll, Service Master. Yay! This is also another one of Jen's managed chapters. Service Master has been with us for many years, but this year in particular, in the last year and a half, they made a concerted effort to really focus on their membership growth and recruitment efforts, and have done some record-breaking things within their chapter. So we're very proud of their work and proud to be working with them. Right. Thank you, ladies, for all your hard work once again.
Can you bring me up there? Now I'm back. I was trying to horn in on the thing. Normally we would have members of the chapter actually in studio being able to recognize, and I don't know where that fell down. But the music that we didn't hear, if you are Queen fans, was "We Are the Champions," and I think that music was to be played for both of the Rookie Chapter and the Chapter of the Year. And boy, is it fitting. The music that we chose is exactly the right music because you are the champions, and I'm just about to burst into song myself. I hope it wasn't lost on any of you that the cell phone repair folks were nominated in both categories. They really have done some outstanding work to move their needle forward. They have some major challenges, as do most of our chapters, but they definitely can be an organization that you guys can emulate. Before I go on to the next one, I didn't know if Jen is still there. Jen, did you want to talk at all about the SMFOA or both chapters? They were both chapters of yours, and I was going to give you that opportunity if you wanted, and it looks like it's not going to happen. So we're going to move on to we have 3 more heavy hitter awards, actually 5 more heavy hitter awards. 2 of them are internal, but this one. This is a big one for us. The Lifetime Achievement is an award that recognizes the body of work of an individual, and I will tell you that we were rich in nominees this year. We had a lot of people to consider, but one person really stood out above the crowd, as one of the members of our awards committee said, you really can't have a conversation about franchising over the last 30 to 40 years without mentioning the name of Robert Zarko. And I don't know if I've got Mr. Gardner in the studio with me. Hopefully Ron is here. Amy, is Ron in the studio? All right. Well, this award I had asked and had generously been accepted to present this award with me. Oh, there he is. All right, Ron. I was getting a square, but Ron Gardner, who is the immediate past managing partner of Dady & Gardner, and also the immediate past chairman, or maybe two down, of the American Bar Association Forum on Franchising, longtime friend and supporter of the AFD, but more importantly, and bring Ron up bigger screen. He's just too young to earn this award himself, but Ron is a person who, look at his face, everybody. He emulates. If you want to know what total quality franchising is about, this gentleman emulates it. He knows how to collaborate. He knows how to get along, and he has in his heart the dream that franchising will be what we all hope it will be. And Ron, there's not a better person in the world that can talk about the accomplishments of Mr. Zarko other than Mr. Zarko. So I'm going to let you do the honors of telling us why we're recognizing Bob.
Well, thanks for those very kind words, and I wished I was as young as you say I look. I think it's the other way around. But Bob has been, as I think about people that have made an immense impact on franchising over my entire career. Bob Zarko is very, very close to the top of the list, if not at the top of the list. You can't have a serious conversation about what's happened in franchising, the protection of franchisees, the voracious advocate for franchisees, without having Bob Zarko's name being mentioned extremely prominently, and maybe, like I say, maybe at the top of the list. Robert and I have been friends for a long, long time. We've collaborated on some cases together. We tend to take a different approach about things, which make us actually, I think, a pretty good complement to one another. But he is certainly someone who deserves recognition for his lifetime of work. Cases starting in the early 90s to cases that have been decided within the last couple of years, pace-setting cases. There's just not anybody who deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award more than Bob Zarko. So congratulations, Robert, and it's very well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ron. Really, really appreciate this. I'm very flattered, frankly, by being recognized by both the AAFD as well as my colleagues and peers and people as distinguished as you are. You have to recognize, and I'm sure you do, that the kind of work that you and I do and other members of my firm, as well as members of your distinguished firm, is work that really benefits a lot of people. And it has always been our mutual goal and objective to level the playing field between franchisee and franchisor. And with the contributions that my firm and your firm and other firms that work together with us, we have actually made a big difference in the world of franchising. I'm very privileged and feel so honored and flattered to be recognized by such a distinguished organization. And for your extraordinary words, Ron. You know I'm extremely fond of you and your partners, Michael Dady, and what you guys do for franchising. And I know that we are technically competitors, but we are not necessarily, because we are friends and have developed a friendship that will serve everyone well. Thank you to the AAFD, to Amy, to Zoe, to the entire AAFD team. You guys do a magnificent job. You do a great job in bringing franchisee associations together. You bring us all in a united front to work with the legislative department, with the commissioners from the FTC, as we've seen, Congress people, senators, to really move forward the ball in achieving the kind of mutually beneficial relationship that the franchisor and franchisee relationship should exemplify. And I think that with the strides that we have made over the last 35 years since I've been doing this, I will tell you, I'm nowhere near retirement. Signed the lease for 20 more years in my office building. So the reality is I'm going to be sitting here. Maybe my beard will get even more white than the top of my head will get white. But I can see that, Gardner, you and I are doing the same thing. I will be around. My team will be around. My firm will be around. And one day, our legacies of our children will take over this amazing cause. Thank you so much. Highly appreciated. It's a passion that I've had from the beginning, a love for my work, and I will continue to do so and be there and lend the support not only to this association, but to all common causes that support franchisees in their search for a wonderful, mutually beneficial relationship, like I said, with the franchisors. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob. And very richly deserved. And as I told you earlier today, I've been watching you present for the last couple of days, and I've been looking at your magnificent display behind you. And if you look over your right shoulder, you'll see some type of a bottle of some type of alcoholic beverage. I think it's over there. Can you hear me? And I think that you ought to drink that, and I think that's the perfect place for your trophy to go. And,
yes, that's a Pappy Van Winkle bottle that was actually given to me by Coach Don Shula, who is my client and who I've represented for the last 15 years. So I won a nice case for the coach and his family related to Shula Steakhouse. And aside from taking me to 5 Super Bowls, he decided it would be nice to give me a copy of a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. So it sits right there.
So it sounds lovely,
so
but I think if I could ask our audience for their opinion, I think we all think your Lifetime Achievement Award should sit right there, and that you should drink the bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Okay. And I also I don't know if he's sitting in your in our room, but we were supposed to have Bob Einhorn say a few words, and Bob, if we have room at the end, I might invite you back in, but I think that we couldn't have done a better job than having Ron speak to you, and so we're gonna move on. And Bob, if you want to hang out in the green room, if there's time, I'll bring you back. But thank you very much, and Bob, very well deserved. So we move on from there, from our Lifetime Achievement, to another important award for us, and that is our Supporting Member of the Year. Now, supporting members are folks that are our supplier members. And they include our lawyers. They include the companies that that dig deep to support our efforts and to bring great value to our members. We're particularly interested in supporting members that get involved and get involved with us and step up, not just as financially, but in every way possible. Matthew Diefenbach was supposed to present this award with me, and I think something happened and we weren't able to get him in the studio. Is that right? So I'm going to handle the Supporting Member of the Year award myself. We have several distinguished nominees this year. I'm going to go to the next slide, I think. And being, I got to make something go away here. Brian Dillon, Jonathan Fortman, Stephen Chapkin, who manages our healthcare, Claudia Bolognese, a past recipient. Actually, Stephen and Claudia are both past recipients of this award, and David Leviton, who was instrumental in the Burger M victory we got with the Department with the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. All well qualified, all just doing a superb job for the AFD. But this year, we had one particular person that stepped up in multi-capacities, even while he was battling a major illness for himself. And this year's recipient of our Supporting Member of the Year is Brian Dillon. And Brian, I see that you're standing by here. And I don't think you knew that was why you were standing by here, but
I was starting to nobody told me I was supposed to present to anybody else. So I think they let the cat out of the bag when they. Well, thank you so much, Bob, and the whole team. And really, like you said before, it really isn't possible without the whole team. And I'm just glad I could contribute what I could. And it was a bit of a struggle this year with some illnesses that I had, but I'm glad I could get in and do all I could for you. And, it's really my privilege and honor to work with you guys and really help franchising in general and especially with the AFD and all that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Our next award is our Member of the Year award. And this is the person who usually a franchisee, mostly a franchisee, but just is there for us and digging deep and becoming very important. And Amy's going to do the honors for this one.
All right, thank you, Bob. So this award recognizes an individual franchisee who has worked hard to advance the ideals of the fair franchising standards in the previous year. This individual embodies the spirit of fair franchising and has made a difference in the AFD and franchising community, as well as their franchise systems and brand. I'm going to switch sides. Okay, so this year's nominees are Eric Farr, April Porter. She was formerly 9 Round. Now she is independent consultant of Ask April Porter, or CEO of Ask April Porter. Richard Stroney, former of BNI, Stephen Reimel with Griswold Home Care, and Stephen Goodwin of iTrip. And this year's winner of the 2021 Franchisee Member of the Year goes to Richard Stroney. I don't believe Rich is with us. I had asked everyone to send a video. I don't know if we can play it.
No.
There's no sound. I do have an acceptance speech. I asked people to send me. I could pull that up and read it if you would like.
I don't. Well, if you know what he said, I haven't read it. So if you think it's viable, I wish we could figure out what's going on with the music. Did you do your little unlock box, Jim?
No.
We're about to lose the pièce de résistance with our next award recipient. So, darn it, it's really discouraging.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I want to thank the AAFD for considering me for this humbling honor, which I attribute to my fellow BNI franchisees in the IABF, the Independent Association of BNI Franchisees chapter, and the leadership shown by Bob Pervin, Amy Mancuso, and Zoe Chapin. My focus over the past year, both with the AAFD and the IABF chapter, has simply been to serve two organizations in support of their common focus, to create value for businesses that in turn supports our communities. In my opinion, leadership, and more appropriately, servant leadership, means that we must use our time and talent in support of others to empower them to find the success that they want without seeking personal gain or recognition, and without regard to the myriad of demographics that make each of us unique and equally important. We all bring value to our organizations. It is our respective differences that create stronger communities and organizations. With that said, I know I still have a lot to learn about servant leadership. What I have learned so far, I attribute to my mentors and friends that are and have been fellow BNI franchisees. I truly appreciate the AAFD and what they have allowed me to do in support of the Independent Association of BNI Franchisees and for the AAFD itself. I look forward to continuing to help in any way I can as we move forward together to increase the value of franchises. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you for reading that. That was very special. I don't know if I'm back in. Am I back in?
You should be in. And
so, folks, we're going on to our next award. Very, very special award. It's an award we do not always give, but we endeavor to identify a franchising company that's living by our code of what we call total quality franchising, a company that is concerned about its franchisees. Ideally, they have a franchise agreement that we would all be applaud, and we've not actually reviewed the franchise agreement of Fast Signs. But I will tell you, when our awards committee got together, both Fast Signs as a company and their CEO, Catherine Monson, were both individually and collectively raised from several of our members and several nominees. And it's with great pride that we have I'm going to ask Keith to come back on with me and to talk a little bit, because Keith has worked with Catherine mainly. And Keith, why don't you talk a little bit about Fast Signs?
Sure. Well, I don't even know how many years ago Catherine and I met, and I think we hit it off fairly well. She is definitely a class act. People ask a lot about what I do in the franchise industry, and seems like every time I go testify in a state, I have a Fast Signs franchisee testifying that we don't need any of this legislation. And, they're right. They don't need any of this legislation because of the company that they're part of, and probably more importantly, Catherine Monson as that CEO. In fact, the AFD probably wouldn't have much to do if every company was run like Fast Signs. So I want to thank Catherine. She's also the chair of the International Franchise Association, first chair to go into a second year. Of course, her first year was kind of taken over by COVID and everything related to it. But just a class act. And if she sets the example, she literally walks the walk of what she's talking about, and always worried about franchisee profitability, always driving her company, that the success of her company is related to the success of her franchisees. So it's part of my honor with Bob to present Catherine and Fast Signs with this award as Franchisor of the Year.
And Catherine, we had some fabulous music selected for you. And I have to break my own vow to my team that I wouldn't burst into song because it's hopefully nobody's done this before, but you got to give us some kind of sign, girl. Oh, my friend. Tell me that you care, girl. All right. Catherine, the stage is yours.
Well, I just have to say thank you to AAFD, to you, Bob, to you, Keith. Keith and I think, have known each other probably 20 years. I suppose I shouldn't let everybody know how old we both are. But we were on, as I remember, the Franchise Relations Committee together at the International Franchise Association. And I love franchising. I fell into it accidentally 41 years ago. With a little franchise company called Sir Speedy Printing Centers, and I fell in love with franchising. I fell in love with the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives by helping them achieve their dream of getting into business for themselves and creating jobs and creating generational wealth. And what I do at Fast Signs is what I'm trying to motivate and inspire every franchisor to do as chair of the IFA, and that is focus on unit level economics. We've improved franchisee profitability 53% since I joined the company in 2009. Our franchisees do very well. We're committed to great franchisor relationships. We help our franchisees learn to develop their staff and develop profitable sales and create great clients. And that's what we're all about. I'm also really proud that during my term as the chair of the IFA, we're working on some really great initiatives, including IFA member brand standards of being great franchisors. So I hope to have a place in franchising because I love it so much. And the bottom line is I love franchisees. I love my Sir Speedy franchisees that I'm no longer part of, and my PIP franchisees I'm no longer part of, and my multi-copy franchisees I'm no longer part of. And I love my Fast Signs franchisees and my Nerds to Go franchisees. And tomorrow there'll be an exciting announcement about a new acquisition. So I'll have a whole new family of franchisees to love on. So thank you for this honor. Bob, I was so touched when you reached out to me, and Keith, I was so honored that you were part of this, and this is very special to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and very well deserved. Again, we want to be able to recognize more. It's interesting, Catherine, you are the first sitting president of or chair of the IFA, but I think you're the third or fourth company. Ken Walker, at one point, Sylvan Learning was our franchisor of the year. Dick Rennick's company.
Yeah, I think Steve Romanello maybe.
U.S. franchise when he was with U.S. Franchise Systems. So I think you're the fifth person who sat in that chair. So there are some people at the IFA that certainly that we and they subscribe, and you subscribe to the same idea of great franchise, being great franchising, benefiting both franchisor and franchisee. And thank you very much for being with us.
My honor, and thank you guys. I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
And if you come back next year, we're going to play the song for you. In fact, we'll probably sing it live.
That's what I want. I want you to sing it live.
Right. The thing is, you really don't want to, what's the word? Not tease me, but challenge me or whatever.
Challenge you.
Yeah, challenge me. Encourage is the word.
All right.
Thank you very much, Catherine.
Thank you.
Thanks, Catherine.
Now we get to our pinnacle event of the evening, and this one, it gives me great pleasure to be, and I'm going to invite Ron Gardner back in if he's still with us. And I'm just realizing I'm now realizing why Mr. Einhorn was left off, because Ron, this was the award that we had asked you to prepare for, because Ron has worked with Dale Cantone a lot, but Ron and I both have known Dale for years, and Dale is a public servant, has been with the Maryland state and franchise control as assistant attorney general for as long as I can remember, but he's truly one of the good guys. And I will tell you that even though that he sits in regulation of franchisors, they would tell you the same thing, that Dale is a person who cares very deeply about protecting franchisees, but he also cares about the good name of franchising. And Mr. Gardner is going to tell you more.
Thanks, Bob. And I am extremely pleased to be here, have the opportunity to award the Bob Pervin Legacy Award to my friend Dale Cantone. Dale and the work that he's done over the last quarter century or more is exemplary of what this award is really meant to recognize. For close to 30 years, as best I could tell from the resume I was able to pry out of him, and maybe it's more, Dale, but I won't. You can decide whether you want to lift the lid off of that mystery or not. But for at least for close to 30 years, Dale has been not just a leading voice, but the leading voice among U.S. regulators in the insistence of the values embodied in the AAFD and the commitment to total quality franchising. As the Assistant Attorney General for the state of Maryland and the Deputy Securities Commissioner for the Maryland Securities Division, Dale is the Chief of the Franchise and Business Opportunity Unit within the Maryland Securities Division. In that role, Dale has set the standard, frankly, by which all state regulators are judged. Fair, firm, what Bob said is exactly right, balanced. He's going to vigorously pursue those who are out defrauding people, while at the same time trying to find ways to make the model of franchising work better for everybody on all sides. He's aggressive when he needs to, but by and large, a kind and gentle soul who works to make it better and things run smoother for everyone. As a result of all of those qualities, frankly, Dale is looked to by virtually all of the other regulators in the U.S., both at the state and federal level, for leadership and guidance as they face similar issues in their own jurisdiction. Dale serves as the chair of the Franchise and Business Opportunity and Project Group of the North American Securities Administrators Association. His accolades go back decades. In 2001, NASA presented Dale with the Outstanding Service Award for his work in franchising at the state level. In 2005, the AAFD awarded Dale its Total Quality Franchising Chairman's Award for distinguished contributions to the service of franchising. And since that time, Dale has simply continued to lead by example. And I've watched him personally bring along an entirely new generation of franchise regulators who seek to replicate his diligence, intelligence, and commitment to consumer protection. The AAFD's Legacy Award was created to acknowledge an inspiring leader who has made a significant and positive impact on the franchising community and is creating a legacy by passing on their vision of franchising for a more fair and equitable franchising future. No one is more deserving of this award and what it stands for than my friend, Dale Cantone. Congratulations, Dale.
Well, thank you, Ron, and thank you for having me. I am honored and humbled to accept the AAFD's Total Quality Franchising Legacy Award. It's especially an honor because the award is named for my good friend, Bob Pervin, who has worked so hard and so tirelessly to protect the rights of franchisees. And there's a special place in my heart that this award is presented or introduced by my really good friend, Ron Gardner, who I admire and so much and have enjoyed working with for so long. You know, the AFD was formed right around the time that I started working as a state franchise regulator in the state of Maryland. And although our respective organizations have a slightly different approach to the work we do share the same vision to protect the rights of franchisees and make franchising fair and more equitable. Both AAFD and state franchise regulations seek to promote fairness in franchising by empowering prospective franchisees. We both strive to make sure franchise investors have all the important objective information they need to make an informed decision about whether to buy a franchise and which franchise to buy. And we both recognize the value of a good franchisee association. So it's an exciting, as this program illustrates, and I congratulate you on a great program, this is an exciting time to be involved in franchising because we're hearing more and louder voices advocating for fundamental changes to the status quo. Those discussions are important to have, and in some cases, they're long overdue. So while I thank you very much for this award, which I honor, I have to thank you at AAFD especially Bob Pervin and Keith Miller, for all you've done and for your continued support for what state regulators and NASA are trying to do. I'm pleased to know that AAFD will continue to advocate for the rights of franchisees and for fairness in franchising. And I hope that we will work together to continue to make franchising better for everybody. So I thank you. I congratulate all the winners. I congratulate you on a great program. Bob, Keith, good to see you, and have a great night.
Thank you so much. And Dale, the music I chose for you, I hope you know the song, but it was "If I Ruled the World" by Tony Bennett.
I do.
Again, if you listen to the words, it's boy, I wish I could anoint you as king.
Good to see you. I thank you.
Good to see you too. Thanks again. And hopefully most of you do know the words to that song. Guys, a lot has not gone exactly the way we had wrote it up for this conference. Switching to virtual, I told you when we began that I call this our experiment in terror. My team has worked tirelessly to make it work perfectly. And of course, from day one, when the thing wouldn't go on, we had those various problems. But I will tell you that we have a running order that we use for our awards program. And on my running order, it says that we were supposed to start the Legacy Award at 8:25. And I looked down at my watch at 8:25, and we were just then announcing Dale. So somehow, some way, we were able to get to the finish in time. Jim, if you go back to the slides, I think we just have a couple of slides left to do. I want to congratulate all of the people that we've recognized, all of our Total Quality Award recipients. I do have to make one correction to something that Amy told you, because she kept on talking about the winners of the awards. All of us are winners. All of our nominees are winners. We just have one person in each category, sometimes two, that we bestow the award on. And I want to make sure that you know that all of our members that have contributed so much to our success, the best year the AFD has ever had. And I also am giving a standing ovation to my wonderful team. And it's been fabulous. And one more slide, I think, because, two more slides. So I wanted to know that the trophies, which are in process, and the images you saw are what the trophies look like. We actually have the physical image of each trophy was done for us, and somehow they didn't make it to the slide presentation. We were going to virtually handle them. And in fact, at one point I had an idea that I was going to take the trophy and hand over there and have the person come from this side and grab it. But unfortunately that didn't work for us. Go into the next slide. Trophies were provided by Proforma, a member of the AFD and one of our supplier members. And we'd be playing you off to pomp and circumstance if that little image up in the top was working, but there is one more slide. There should be one more slide that tells you, there we go. See you tomorrow. And guys, mark your calendars for May 1 to 4 of 2022. We actually get to be there in person. I will be in full tux, not in tux and modest shorts. And we look forward to seeing you then. We will entertain you. Those of you that have been with us before can tell you that we take no corner. We cut no corner to be as entertaining as we can be and to recognize the best in franchising. Tomorrow, we are starting up. I had Keith on the line with us a little bit. And Keith, do you want to give any type of a teaser of what we're going to do tomorrow morning?
Well, if they didn't get tired of me today, they can join me tomorrow morning. And I'm going to be talking about our legislative initiatives and hopefully empowering franchisees to see what's happening and what they can do to help. And then we are actually going to have a video, I believe, of Congresswoman Schakowsky. And hopefully there's some nuggets maybe in there that we we'll see you tomorrow morning. So we'll see. Morning for me on the West Coast. It's kind of early afternoon for some of you on the East Coast.
Well,
so look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow.
I like to brag that we've scheduled this year's conference. It starts at 8 in the morning and ends at 5 at night, but it starts at 8 a.m. Pacific time and ends at 5 p.m. Eastern time, so we could honor all the time zones and not keep anybody too very late. Also, tomorrow afternoon we have our open mic session, which I'm really hoping that people will come out for. It's your opportunity to talk to us, tell us what you'd like, what you've liked, what you'd like to see us focus on, and maybe deal with some of your specific questions. We're going to do that, I believe, on the Ring Central format so that we're able to talk to each other. But please come be part of our open mic session. And then don't forget on Saturday, two of our branded partners, two of our sponsors are doing webinars to really do a deep dive into the programs that they have. In particular, if I know many people have talked to me about the pooled employer plans and Access Retirement Solutions will be talking about those. And then later in the day, if you've wondered about text marketing, we have the aces and the superstars of that whole genre. They're going to be spending time with you to go into how you can bring text marketing into your business. With that, I want to thank you all for being with us. Hopefully most of you hung in there for the whole thing. Sorry we couldn't entertain this year, and sorry our music didn't work, but nevertheless, we are very proud of our honorees, and we're very proud of the people that were nominated. Thank you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.